All right, I have successfully removed the roller coaster. I ended up using my reciprocating saw for the cuts down in here for this surface and this surface, just because the jigsaw wouldn't reach it. They're very different tools with very different purposes. The jigsaw is not, the reciprocating saw is not known for its precision, but it's much, I would say, a more brute force instrument. It chews through stuff a lot easier. It goes through metal a lot better than a jigsaw would. So just another good example of, the right tool for the right job. So here we are, roller coaster removed. And interestingly enough, I'm very glad I made these measurements, because actually what happened is the two sides actually moved inward a little bit. I was expecting them to sort of spring outward. The shell sort of collapsed in on itself. So very happy I made these measurements. That'll help me get things back together when the time is right. So on to the next step, which is putting both halves of the shell up on blocks, which I need to cut out of some 4x4s I just bought. I'm gonna cut them into 12-inch lengths. And then a bunch of them are gonna go underneath the car, and that will help set it at the height that I want the shell to ride at. And I can do that uniformly. Like I can put 4x4s around the entire edge of the car. So everything's sitting level, and then I need to close this gap. One of the main reasons I removed the roller coaster is because the back half of the car does not match up to the front half of the car on this line. If you remember from a previous video, I made a mistake of cutting into the hood, which I shouldn't have done. I should have just removed the roller coaster. So the hope is, now that the roller coaster's gone, once I get everything up on blocks, this gap will close up nicely. My registration marks are these two slots, which are for the hood latches. Those should line up perfectly right here. And that will allow me to make sure that the tires are in their proper location. The whole rear axle is repositionable. I'll show you you know what, let's go take a look at it right now. There's a mechanism in there which will allow me to reposition the rear axle pretty easily. So once I get the shell together, I will line it up around the front tires, and then I can figure out how much I need to move the rear tires to get them centered. That's the goal for today. If I can accomplish that today, I would be very happy, and I feel like that's a very achievable goal. Hey, there's my finger.